for a new top end because I'm pretty sure that there's like a multitude, like there's a bunch of reasons of why it's like this and what happened, but let's see here. It doesn't really look all that great, so. Alright, welcome to the video. We're going to be tearing down the Suzuki, taking the cylinder head and all that fun stuff out, getting this thing ready for a new top end because I'm pretty sure that there's like a multitude, like there's a bunch of reasons of why it's like this and what happened, but dirt bikes need top ends. It's just a thing that happens in two strokes, especially. It needs more frequent maintenance than four strokes, but they're more powerful. I feel like there's definitely more benefits. Like, yeah, you have to do more maintenance and more frequently, but two strokes are fast and torquey, and that's why my next one's probably gonna be a two stroke. So yeah, this is a 97. I don't think it's ever had top end done, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna try to find one. I don't think it's really gonna be that expensive. I mean, I'm gonna be doing the work, put the thing back together, but new top end, that's gonna be piston rings, cylinder head, gaskets, and we'll do fresh oil through it. Might get a new carb on this thing, I don't know. I just want to keep this as like a backup bike to have fun with, and I have another plan for it, but probably just like a little backup ride around kind of bike too. So yeah, let's see, I gotta start with getting the oil all drained out, which is going to be a pain because it's up on a milk crate right now. So I'm going to have to take it off that. We're going to get the carburetor off, get all the lines and stuff disconnected, take the spark plug out, and then we'll get the head bolts loose, and we'll get this thing off. I really don't know where I'm going to put it because I have 3 motors and pieces, right? Actually 4 motors and pieces right now. The John Deere, the Cub Cadet, the Honda, and the Suzuki, but I feel like this will definitely get back together a lot quicker, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'll see you guys in a little bit to get this thing torn down a little bit. Alright, so the oil's drained out pretty much. Just throw the drain plug back in here. It did not smell good at all. Let's see here. It doesn't really look all that great, so yeah, that's always fun, but you know, let that drain. We're gonna just have a magnetic drain plug. Yeah, there's a couple sparkles on there, that's for sure. It smells not great either, but then we got that. Then we got the spark plug, which I just wire brushed, and I mean, yeah, it's kind of okay. It's not bad. It smells awful. It smells like burnt oil and gas, so that's cool, but not like mixed gas, like engine oil, like stuff I just drained out. So that's always fun. So yeah, we got that all done. We're gonna take the carb off. That's next. We're gonna get the carb off. Then we're gonna take the head bolts. And we're gonna pop that thing off. Then we're gonna check it out and see what it's looking like there. All right, guys, what's going on? So new day here. We got it all off. So, well, minus the piston is still down there, but my camera's a little dirty here. Let's clean it up. All right, that should be better. So all the hardware. So here's the 2 nuts that go on the back side, somewhere. I don't even know. There's 2 other holes to this thing where it comes off, and I feel like it's down over here somewhere. I don't know. But there was 2 other bolts. Oh no, it's because this is flipped over. Okay, so they're right here. It's these 2 holes because the cylinder's supposed to be flip-flopped. And there are 2 like 10s, I think, on the back. And then we had these 4 main bolts, which are right here, which takes the top of the head off, like the top part. So here's the cylinder jug, here's the cylinder head, I guess, I don't know. We have a spark plug, and we have these 2 other bolts. These were just for the carb, I think. These were to take the carb off, which the carb's absolutely disgusting, and we're gonna have to get a new one of those. And then we have the piston here, which doesn't have, I don't know, I'm gonna turn my flash on here in a second and show you guys. But yeah, I'll show you guys down here, and I'll actually show you the oil. I don't know if I really actually showed you guys the oil, but like you guys can see, here's a piston that came out of the John Deere. It's got, you know, some carbon on the top. It's not too terrible. That's pretty normal amount though. Like that's not too bad. The Honda is about, well, let's go check out the Honda here. And the Honda, its piston, it's pretty, yeah, this was pretty bad. The Honda's piston's pretty shot, so that's on like a really bad level. And then here, let's turn the flash on real quick and I'll show you guys this piston. And then you guys can see here the top of the piston isn't too bad at all actually, but it's pretty scored right here, and you can feel it's not good. And the other side has a little bit, but it's really bad on this side right here. And there's some markings on the crank, but I'm pretty sure that's normal just because of heat from the research I did. But yeah, inside there doesn't look bad at all. And then we got the cylinder jug here. And you guys can see down there it's pretty scored up. And then down on this side, yeah, it's really bad, but it's all, you know, it is what it is. And down in the ports there, you guys can see it's pretty gummed up, pretty junky down in there, which isn't good. And then the underside of the, you know, this part, I don't know, it doesn't look terrible, it doesn't look like good. And you guys can see on the gasket here, it's pretty, like there's like a ring where it might have been pushing oil out. Like, I don't know. No, it would have been pushing around the gasket though. I don't know. It's not horrible, but there's a lot of scoring, which isn't good at all. Which I kind of figured there was gonna be. And then you guys can see inside the. Oh wow! I haven't even looked in there like this yet. Yeah, you guys can see in the exhaust port. That is disgusting. That's more than I've gotten to see yet. Wow, that is horrible. And then let's look in the intake port. But the face right here isn't bad at all. But then you guys look up, you guys can see in there. Yeah, that's not good at all. So I don't know. I'm trying to get you guys to be able to see up in there. Yeah, that's pretty. Ugh. All right, so I don't know. I just can't find the cylinder head for this thing anywhere. But I did find, so Suzuki for like the 80s and 90s made this, which is the DS80. Then they also had a it was called like the Quad Sport LT80 or something like that. It was a 2-stroke 80cc 4-wheeler. And I was thinking, oh, you know, it makes sense for them to cut costs for it to be the same. And to some extent, it's very similar. I'm pretty sure it's like the same piston, and probably some of the internals are probably the same or very close, but the cylinder jug, or this part, is not. So the cylinder head, or this part, comes out like normal. It doesn't have the indent right here because it's where the exhaust bolts. So, and then it has like a piece, and then there's the flange, so it sticks out to like here. So it wouldn't work. And this main piece and the cylinder isn't the same. which kind of disappointed me because I was really thinking it was like $40 for a new kit on Amazon. I was like, oh sweet, but it's not the same. But you guys can see, like, even down in there, that's just disgusting. Like where the spark plug threads down in, that's also gross. So I was thinking at first we might just be able to, like, you guys can see, like, down in there, it's just all just gross. Like all in all those, yeah, all those spots. I was thinking maybe we could just hone out the cylinder, you know, get one of those honing kits you just put in a drill, like the dingleberry hones or whatever they're called, hone out the cylinder and get it looking nice again and throw it back on. But it's just so disgusting. Like we'd have to like get this all ported. Like that face is awful. Like in here, it's just so dirty. I think it'd be nice to like get a new head for this thing, but I don't know when we're gonna be able to. So yeah, I don't know when this is gonna be back together. I just thought this might be a quick fix, but looks like the Suzuki's gonna be down for a while, but it'll come back looking good. Probably gonna get a new carb for it because that one's pretty gummed up looking on the outside, so I can only imagine what the inside looks like. So we'll get a new cylinder heads. We'll get a new top end, so piston rings, which I'm not looking forward to doing rings because I've never done anything like that before. I don't know if they're gonna set in right, if like the rings are gonna seat properly. That's the only thing I'm worried about. So new top end, new carburetor. We're gonna get the clutch handle for it, probably a taillight. Then we're gonna wrap this thing, and then I have some plans for this thing. So there's something I'm gonna do with it, but that's not gonna be right away. But basically, what this is gonna be is just gonna be like a backup little like cruise bike. So I'll have my new bike. I don't know when I'm gonna get that yet, or I don't even know what I'm getting yet, but that'll be coming sometime later in the year probably. Then we're gonna have the John Deere when that's all finished up, you know, the twin turbo street bike powered lawnmower, which would be crazy. Single turbo race 4-wheeler, the Honda, we'll have that. We'll have this as a backup bike, the new bike, and then the John Deere, and then the Cub Cadet will just be back as like the mower, just for mowing and stuff. And we'll do some towing with the trailer with that. But I think on the John Deere I'm gonna have a hitch. Like I don't know if I'm gonna get just like a receiver, so that way I can run, you know, a hitch and have a ball, or if I'm just gonna use the regular tow plate that comes with this thing. I could probably drill a hole and weld the receiver in, because I could just take the ball off in the trailer that I have right now. That pin would just drop down through the hole, which would work. So I could still pull that trailer, which I kind of want to see what that thing would be like pulling, and see if it would be good for any, like, because it'll have power. I don't know about traction and whatnot. So we're gonna find out. That's definitely gonna be a video once that thing's back together. Can it pull? So yeah, my phone just went into 15%, so my flash turned off, which is fine because I don't need it anymore. But I do for the oil though. Okay, but I think I might have filmed the clip with the oil. I might have one from Snapchat or something anyway. So yeah, the oil's pretty metallic-y looking, which is not good at all. So we're gonna get this all situated. I don't really know, but I have some good news for the Cub Cadet. I found the head gasket that we need, finally. I was looking on Amazon, looking on eBay. I just couldn't find anything anywhere. Ended up going to some website, put in all the stuff. So I looked around on this thing for serial numbers and all this stuff. I found them all, plugged them all in, and now I have the head gasket for this thing. I found it. So we're gonna hopefully get that ordered. And then we're gonna get, it needs new oil, new spark plug, new air filter, and we're gonna get that all together, put that back on. We're gonna get the hood mounts for it. Now I'm not sure if I'm gonna get a new hood because this one's pretty busted up. So probably get a new hood at some point for this thing. So they changed up the hoods on these things, and they started making them have like this black vinyl stripe on the top, which I'll find one online and put a picture on the screen. It looks really good, honestly. It just gives it more of a flair, like a little bit more of a, I don't know. It's just a sticker. It's not even like vinyl or anything. It's like just some sticker. So I think I want to get some black vinyl and recreate that, put that on, which I think would be kind of cool. And then they started putting bull bars on these things on the front. which I'm not sure. I don't really want to buy one because it's going to be expensive. So maybe make one and put on the front of this thing, which would prevent, you know, like if we hit something, whatever, we'll hit that first before we hit the hood and break the hood. So probably get one of those too. And they make like these armrests that bolt onto the sides of the seats. And if this thing's going to be around for a while for mowing, it's kind of nice to put your arm on something. So might get a set of those for this thing too, because you can get them on Amazon or eBay, which would be kind of nice. So a couple things coming for this thing, so stay tuned for like the next month or so when we finally get this thing back going. But I'm not sure if this thing's actually timed right because, you know, it's been without the head on, so like the valves, but the push rods are out, the rocker arms are out, all that stuff, the valve springs, it's like all that stuff's off. So I don't know if this motor's in time or if it's, you know, it's out of time. So I'm gonna have to make sure pistons at top dead center and the timing marks are lined up. But that's not gonna be this video. That's a different video. But I just want to let you guys know some content we got coming out soon is on the Cub Cadet, which is awesome. Finally get that thing back going, get the mower deck painted up and protected and thrown back on, get the belt re-looped through, figure out the controls and whatnot. But yeah, that'll be a different video. My arm's getting really tired from filming, so yeah. This thing's pretty screwed up though right now, so that's gonna be fun. But I was struggling to get not this top piece, but this part. I was really struggling to get it off because of this plug wire coil pack, whatever it's called. So I'll definitely have to take that off before I put the new piece on. But I'm gonna have to get that piston out too, so that'll be nice. A fun project to get those C-clip things out. Those are a pain, I know. But yeah, stuff coming for this kind of soon-ish. That's probably going to be the main focus now because, you know, being able to mow soon and have something to tow the trailer so I can get brush and whatnot, move stuff around. So definitely going to have to get that thing going back soon. And then, you know, there's this and that. So I have 4 motors and pieces right now in the basement, but I do want to show you guys something cool that I did a little while ago for the Cub Cadet. I painted up the cylinder head with like engine paint, not like any, like just the outside of it, like this side still, you know, just the outside where you're gonna see it, and the exhaust. I sanded down the exhaust, painted it, so it's all like gloss black engine paint. So that looks kind of cool. We'll see what that's gonna look like. But here's the extremely long push rods, and the adjustment screws and all sorts of stuff. So, but this air filter, I keep saying oil filter because it's soaked in oil. This air filter got soaked in oil and whatnot, so it's pretty jacked up. And I mean, might as well just replace it, you know. And the spark plugs boogered up, so I could just, you know, wire brush it. But we're gonna be doing stuff to it. I want to make this thing last for a little while, so we're gonna, you know, do a little tune up on it. And we just got the Honda's stock motor, which I don't know what we're gonna do with that at the moment. But yeah, this head gasket, you can't find this, like, apparently it's not very common, because I looked everywhere. I looked on Amazon, nothing. Looked on eBay. I was like, oh, I thought, you know, put in some details, and I couldn't find anywhere. I even put in the part number, and it started coming up with other stuff, like different head gaskets. So, but I found one, and a whole bunch of stuff. So if I ever want to rebuild this thing from the ground up, I can find every single piece for this thing, which is cool. So I don't know why I'm talking about that in this video. We're talking about this, and this has been a long clip of just talking, but yeah, assessing the damage. It's not great, but could be worse. Like I always say, could be worse. So I also had to take off the clutch line. It was a really inconvenient spot, so I had to get that out of the way. Oh, there we go. Yeah, had to get that out of the way too, so I had to take that off, which is gonna be fun to put back on. We'll get it all adjusted. But yeah, is that the clutch? Yeah, that's the clutch, isn't it? Or the I don't even know. It's not the throttle cable, it's the clutch cable, right? Yeah. Yep, good old clutch cable. Which, I don't know when the handle's coming in. Or the tail. I don't even know how I'm going to mount that, but we'll figure it out. But I'll see you guys. Do I have anything else to film? No, because that was pretty much it. That was pretty much just assessing the damage. Yeah, that was the assessing the damage video, I guess. So we, you know, got this all working. Not working. What am I talking about? Okay, we got the head off. Checked it out. Piston has some scoring on it. Cylinder wall has some scoring on it. The gasket's in decent shape. The oil is full of metal shavings, so that's not good. We're gonna get parts in for this thing soon, get it fixed, get it back to 110%. Yeah, that's right. Not even gonna be 100%. It's gonna be 110%. Don't really know how that works, but yeah, gonna get this thing back going good. So I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Next video, we're probably gonna be timing the Cub Cadet, making sure it's all perfect, good to go, getting that thing situated and sort of going and getting ready for getting parts in for that thing to get it back running. We're gonna we'll probably do some work on the mower deck, sand it down, get it all repainted, get the belt put back on. We'll get the other stuff we can do until we get the head gasket and whatnot in. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's roll the outro.
They wonder how I've been, I tell them I'm fine. Feeling myself, I'm doing it right this time.